Ahoy treasure hunters, it's Tammy here from Treasure Adventures. I am at John Rudy Park and I just wanted to show you where the treasure chest was hidden. We had a lot of people come out today. There was a spot where they got stuck, which I'll show you and explain. But here I am, here's a nice view of the park here. And this is where the clues started. So the first clue was there's plenty of them in the park. And if you're feeling weak, but there's one that's different, and that's the one you seek. So that is the pink bench right there, as it's the only pink bench in the park. And it is in, of course, of support of breast cancer awareness. And right here is a human sundial. So the next part of the clue was, with the X at your back, so if I stand here with the 10, the single X, at my back, you want to go straight ahead. So, straight ahead was right there between those two buildings. And that is where we're going to head. I also asked people not to trample the beauty because I didn't, even though it's straight ahead, I didn't really want anybody to walk through it. So we're going to just go slightly around here. And I will show you where the next clue was. Now, the next clue was about the leaves. So I don't have my clues memorized. I'm sorry. You might have to go back on my previous post and see the riddle. But it said about oh my goodness, I can't even remember. That's terrible. But anyway, so we're going to walk down here. It's going to be it's about 200 steps. But we're going to walk down here towards this parking lot. Oops. Sorry. Little bumpy terrain. And this is a beautiful park too. They have a lot of things here to do. They have a fitness area over there. They have a playground here. Plus there's a playground up at the other end. They also have a BMX track here, so that's pretty cool. You can watch some BMXers. But we're going to go straight ahead, just like the instructions said, down here to this parking lot. Oh, I remember what it said. It said, go to the place where the leaves don't fall. Now, I was not talking about tree leaves. I was not talking about pine needles. What I was talking about was the leaves of a book. Pages, leaves, you leaf through them. And right down here is a very colorful, free little library. Now, this is the point in which the YouTube part comes into play. If you watched my whole 3 YouTube videos, one of them at the very end, it shows one single credit, because also in the clue I said, give credit where credit is due. And in my Sam Lewis reveal, at the very end, there is one credit that says original music by Colby Mitzel, who's my son. He wrote the music for my treasure business. And in this free little library, let me open it up here, was over here on the edge was a book written by Colby Mitzel. So if anybody's interested, it's called Super Mario at the Olympics, and it details how well Mario would do if he was a real person, compared to how many pixels high he is. You know, how high can he jump? And it's very interesting. It's a very interesting little book. It costs $4.99 on Amazon for the paperback, or I think it's like $2.99 for the digital copy. So, you know, go find this book, buy it. As a mother, I'm telling you to go buy my son's book. But anyway, inside this book, I'm going to sit it down here. I can't do it while I'm walking. Inside this book here, it was actually on the page that said, this card was in there, and it was on the page, it was originally on this page, it said, one more thing, and then in summary. And what you saw was this, which says, you can take a photo of the card, but please do not remove the card or the book. Thanks for playing fair, because I want to make sure that anybody who found it was able to you know, anybody who found it second or later was able to get the clue. So it says, now go to the place that talks of dreams being granted, where all of the trees have been carefully planted. That is referring to, if you go this entrance here, and you go the whole way down to the road, which everybody that I talked to today came in this entrance and saw the Make-A-Wish sign. This was referring to the Make-A-Wish forest at the end of the road. Then I am going to stop recording here for a minute because I'm going to get in my van and drive down to the end of that road to where the Make-A-Wish forest is. Now it's not that far. You can walk it, but I've done a lot of walking today, and so I'm just going to stop recording here. And I also don't want to record while I'm driving, so I'm going to stop it. But well, first I'm going to walk out here to my van, and then I'll show you which entrance I'm at. Well, I'll show you when I get down there too. But and I didn't know that there was a 5K run walk today. So I got here this morning to find hundreds and hundreds of people. So I appreciate everybody respecting their event, you know, not interfering. I just want to say thanks for that. Thanks for, you know, not interfering with their event. I suppose that's my fault. I should have checked to see if there was some big event here today, but I know there's a native plant sale, I think, next week. I didn't interfere with that. But anyway, so there's my van, and this parking lot earlier was completely full. I mean, like completely full the whole way over to the grass. But anyway, so this is the road we're going to take down that way, and then I will show you the Wish Forest when I get down there. But that's the way I'm going to go. I'll start recording again when I get down there. And we're back. So that's where I just came from. Right up there is the parking lot. And this is the entrance that everybody told me they used today, so that makes me kind of happy. Because everybody then would have passed this sign. Now, the next part of the clue that was in the book said, now go to the place that talks of dreams being granted, where all of the trees have been carefully planted. Now that is this Make-A-Wish forest right here. And we're going to go on the other side. You can see there's that side. Thank you for supporting Make-A-Wish. I do support Make-A-Wish. And over here is the side you wanted. It said, find word 3 and word 6. Now I debated whether or not to use wish forest as words 1 and 2, and I chose that yes, I should. So word number 3 would be dedicated, and word number 6 was wonderful. Then it says, find them again among the needles and sticks. So where you would have gone for that is inside the Wish Forest. There's one bench. That's it, just this one lonely bench. And it says, in memory of Beverly Kottmeyer, a dedicated volunteer and wonderful good friend of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So there's your words again, dedicated and wonderful. Then the clue reads, you should now be within 100 paces, so be sure to photograph your smiling faces. So there's only 2 directions to go here that you can go 100 paces. Can't go that way. Can't go that way. You could go that way. So I'm guessing the person that found it, I think she said she went over there first and was looking a little bit, but then decided that ultimately it would be in the Make-A-Wish forest, which it was. Now I put a lot of thought into where I was going to hide it, because that tree looks like a good tree. Too obvious. This tree looked like a good tree, but also just a little too obvious. And I feel like if anybody would have just been down here, I couldn't have hit it well enough in these 2 trees that, you know, you had to be looking for it. Somebody could have came across it by accident, and I don't want that to happen. I want the treasure hunters to be the ones that find it. So we're going to walk way down here, which I'm not counting my paces now, but I did yesterday, and I think it was like about 84, somewhere around there. So that's why I put within 100 paces. But way down here at the end of the Wish Forest, we're going to go right to the end. And no, I'm not walking into someone's yard. That is the park administration building over there. I'll zoom in there so you can see. Get a little closer. So yeah, you can see that's the park administration. I'm not going to go sneak it into someone's yard. And down here I had 2 options, this tree and this bush. And so I chose to hide it on the back side. On the bottom, it was right in there. A little treasure chest and a plastic bag, which I'll post a picture of it then too. But anyway, so that's where it was hidden for this hunt. I appreciate everybody coming out. I hope maybe some people come visit the Wish Forest sometimes and support Make-A-Wish if you can. That would be great. So, well, there you go. That was today's hiding spot. Be sure to join us again next week. I'll announce the park Friday night at 8:30 p.m. And a lot of people did like the riddle aspect of today's hunt, so I'll probably be doing it like that again. They like the different hints and clues instead of just going and saying, hey, it's at the park, go find it. You know, it's in a tree stump or it's up in a tree. They seem to really enjoy the riddle part of it, which is the way my other treasure hunts work too, so that's good to know. And don't forget, if you see my van anywhere in public, that does not include my driveway. My driveway is not public. At the grocery store, the gas station, anywhere that you might see my van, which says Treasure Adventures right on it, or our stump grinding truck, which says Mitzel Stump Grinding, feel free to go over, take a selfie with it, make sure you can read the words, that's important, and you will be entered in a $50 gift card drawing. And like I said, it doesn't matter where you see it as long as it's not in my driveway. But anyway, so I just want to go back here to the Make-A-Wish sign. So there we go. Thanks everyone for putting up with the heat. I'm sorry I didn't know about the 5K today. But there you go. Join us again next week, and happy hunting.